Hey, this is Patty Negri, and you are listening to the PARAnomaly Zone.
Look, I know the supernatural is something that isn't supposed to happen, but it does happen.
A ghostly apparition in the dark of night.
Human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria.
Mike, we spent another house.
We spent another house.
We spent another night in an allegedly haunted house, the same one that we were at this same year, 2025, back in March. I swear to God, it seems like it. Yeah, I swear to God, it seems like it was longer than that. You know,
it does.
Doesn't it though?
Yeah.
Feels like it's at least last year, but apparently it wasn't. So, and there is proof because we found our own journal entry in the logbook at the Boyd House from March 28th of this year. So we weren't hallucinating. We haven't time traveled, and we made it back.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's going to be a cool, fun discussion here. We got lots of audio to go through, video to go through. I think I may have caught something earlier today, very briefly, when I was going through one of our EVP sessions. I'm going to send you the clip later.
Yes.
It's kind of intriguing.
Can't wait to hear it.
Yeah, it's kind of intriguing. But without any further ado, this is an episode of the PARAnomaly Zone. In case you are new to the program, this is your weekly dose of, hell, you guessed it, all things paranormal, strange, and mysterious. My name is Patrick, and I'm joined, as always, by my co-host with the ghosts, the paranormal poster boy himself. Yeah, the Boyd House haunted house veteran, Mr. Michael Carbno. How did it go for you last night, Mike? And
I was scared. I
Were
was
you
so scared. No, I was not.
How did it compare to our first venture to the Boyd House?
Oh man, the biggest comparison that I can make is that I hardly ate any snacks.
That 100%. That it was a huge 180 for you.
It was.
Yeah, you didn't keep me up at night by munching away on several Slim Jims and whatever hell else you were eating on.
Well, they didn't have any Slim Jims left.
Right.
And none in the pantry.
That is absolutely true. And you didn't warm yourself with your own blanket of empty candy wrappers.
No.
No, it was quite different, but also fairly similar. And if we do sound a little groggy, it's because we are, because again, we slept on those damn recliners. Well, quote unquote, slept.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm a bit on the drowsy side. I'm assuming you may be feeling the same as well. But
I feel like I have Sandman's sand in my eyes.
Sandman's very own sand in your eyes.
But yeah, it was good though. It was worth it.
Would you, before we dive into the meat of our brief overview of our evening at the Boyd House, would you describe it as a betterment from our prior visit? Did it exceed expectations at all, comparatively speaking? Which evening was, to you, more intriguing?
Well, I think that's a no-brainer. This last evening that we spent at the Boyd House was by far much more paranormally lucrative than it was at the last.
Did you write that down?
Sally House? No.
Did you? Okay.
It looked like I was, but I didn't.
Yeah, it did. I was like, it looks like you. I like that phrase, paranormally lucrative.
Yeah.
So it looked like you were reading. Yeah. Okay.
No. That just came right out of my mouth.
Okay, yeah. Oh, you stopped yourself right there. You stopped yourself.
But yeah, it was compared to the last Boyd trip and the Sally house, it was extremely much better.
Extremely much better.
Mhm.
We good at speaking.
We had gotten a lot of stuff.
Well, yes, after Mike had bought lots of good stuff too.
Yeah.
No,
Well, I didn't, but yeah.
and just to be clear, it's not like as of yet we haven't discovered anything extraordinary by any means. But yeah, there was some action last night, and it was pretty intriguing to say the least. And I'm looking forward to talking about it.
Yeah,
Stuff
that we hadn't ever experienced before.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
In all of our,
Our adventures.
investigations. Yeah.
And regardless, it just wouldn't be a Paranomaly Zone excursion into allegedly haunted locales without, bumbling attempts to get equipment working and the equipment refusing to cooperate through no fault of our own. It's just, my gosh, how many things went wrong last night? That
I think some of our equipment is being messed with.
Yes, we did say that last night. Yeah. It was just uncanny how I will spare everyone the boring details, but it was just ridiculous. It was probably a good sign, or not a good sign. It was probably a sign when we first get there, and I'm like panicking because I thought I forgot like one of the most important pieces of equipment. It took me forever to find my digital recorder. And I was just like, oh my gosh, what the hell? And my cell phone charger, I was like, oh, good Lord. What, God forbid your cell phone die on you. But no, it was a comedy of errors to some degree.
Yeah.
But hey, we forged forth as we always do. We arrived there, and Mike immediately, the moment I turned my truck engine off, Mike immediately grabs me and says, I'm scared. I don't want to go in. And of course he was
very sarcastically
being facetious. Or were you?
No, I was not frightened at all.
Yeah.
I was ready for some splitting up time and going around the place.
Yeah, and we did get around to do that, thankfully.
Mm-hmm.
You were downstairs, I was upstairs in a couple different rooms, and we were in touch through our walkie-talkie devices, which those did work.
Yeah, they did.
Although one time when I was playing back, I was reminded of one time when I was playing back the digital recording, some of them earlier today, that you spent like a good, I'd say 12 to 15 seconds talking, thinking the walkie-talkie was working for you.
Yeah.
And then I had to stop you. I was like, I can't understand a word you're saying. I think you're talking to me. And then you're like, oh yeah. I thought that was fairly, fairly humorous.
It was.
It was. And of course, as per usual, we do have our moments of silliness, and we had a good time. It was fun. We did produce a couple of cool half-hour video clips, kind of mini tours of the house while we were there.
Yeah, that was really cool. That was fun.
That was really cool that we posted on the Patreon page. If you're interested, if you care to support the podcast, if you do enjoy the content, no better way to support the podcast than to give the Patreon page a wee little shot. You can sign up for as little as $1 a month. You don't have to stick around, no obligations, and you get some. Hey, there are some pretty cool stuff. There is some pretty cool stuff on the Patreon page. There's no beating around the bush on that one. And hopefully the clips we shared from last night were pretty cool. We thought they were. Captured some intriguing video, air quotes, evidence on one of those clips when we were down in the basement. Yeah, it was a good time. Mike, we arrived. We walked in. We dropped our trousers. Down. Yeah.
Dropped our trousers.
Yeah. Well, we were carrying extra trousers, and so we just dropped them.
Yeah. Just like the Sally house and the last time we were at the Boyd house, Patrick had to pack a big bag that has as many pairs of underwear in it in case he had to change it.
It is ridiculous how much crap I bring to these things, and it's ludicrous. whatever. I mean, it looks like I'm moving into the damn place, but
Well, I like to be prepared. What if something happens? What if we would have stopped at McDonald's and I would have had a Big Mac and they put too much extra special sauce on there and I took a bite out of it and it squirted out all over my shirt?
Well, yeah, we can't film you with a ketchup stain on your shirt. I mean,
I could have Big Mac special sauce on my lap. And I don't want that.
I like how you emphasize the word lap right there for some reason.
It's like when I'm watching the TV.
The TV, for sure. Yeah, pretty cool. Oh, by the way, maybe a new listener is listening right now. That we stopped by a really cool shop on the drive there in a particular town. It was a collectible trading card, gaming, comic book shop, and really, really cool young lady who was working there. We talked to her a little bit and some shameless self-promotion about the podcast. So if you are indeed listening to this right now, we thank you very, very much. We apologize for not sounding too fired up right now. As I said, we were a little worn out, but we shall.
And I'm not getting any younger. I'm getting too old for this crap.
Hell no! Come on, we're never going to get too old for this crap.
Although on the way home we did revive the thought and anything's possible, but
it's a plan.
The plan of revitalizing, or however you want to put it, a trip to the Villisca axe murder house. So we're having that on our minds because
we have to
do that. We just have to do it. I mean, it's
so
closer than the Sally house, and it's but like we were saying, it's going to be extremely intensely emotional,
intense and creepy, legit creep factor for sure. Very tentative plans, but hopefully perhaps next summer. I mean, that's kind of what we laid out, and I think is very feasible. So let's hope for that, and let's shoot for it. And in the meantime, though, again, the Boyd House, this go around, I think it's safe to say it was a hell of a lot more productive, paranormally speaking, than our original venture there. No doubt about that. Again, still have a lot of audio to go through. I'm still looking for another holy grail. I'm doing air quotes, holy grail EVP type recording to show up.
Well, we've gotten it before. Why not again?
We've got one before.
We both have digitals to go through, I brought an analog, so got that to go through.
And I'm really intrigued about that too. Yeah. I mean, you used that baby up too, and you used that the whole night until it couldn't be used no more. So
that's right.
We shall see about that if anything was captured. I believe I mentioned it already that maybe there was already a possible EVP on our last EVP session from the Boyd House last night, recorded around 1 o'clock in the morning, 1:30 in the morning. At that point, I believe I'm going to send that to you later tonight, Mike, as I did mention. Yeah, and give me your thoughts. I just don't know what. It's hard to explain, so you're just going to have to listen to it. So.
Yeah. I will definitely.
So we arrived at the Boyd House. We did not drop our trousers, everybody. Don't freak out. No. That's true, right, Computer Mike?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Just making sure. Mike did get to play with the touchscreen soundboard last night for a little bit, and so he was having fun with that. Yeah.
Yeah. It was kind of addicting.
Yeah, it was a new experience for you, wasn't it? So once you start doing that, you never go back from the soundtrack. Hey, that was I didn't mean for that to rhyme at all. So
well, you rhymed majestically.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
And then I did pop something on you. Well, it was sometime.
That sounded really bad after I said we dropped our trousers, and then you said you popped something on you.
Okay. Yeah. No, I so wanted to do this at a time where things may have been kind of intense and kind of like where this is really cool stuff, and then I went. Oh
yeah, that dang thing! Oh, I heard it. Yes. The Patreon subscribers will get to see that during our second video clip. Timed it just immaculately. So,
and it was actually a speeded up version of the. Wait a minute! Oh, dang! Never mind. I'm not going to play it again.
no, yeah,
But
it's like this. It's
the
the goat
screaming
call or
goat.
whatever. Yeah,
The screaming goat. If anybody's familiar with that. Yeah, it was fun for a second.
So one of the first things we did, I was still getting things set up, and and sadly finding out that some equipment was missing and some batteries were not working. I mean, I was marking off batteries with a big X that just were not. They were dead now, and as of just last Friday, they were working perfectly fine. So I don't understand that. Spent quite a bit of time charging everything, and it's like, oh my gosh. I mean, there's a lot of boring little mundane stuff you have to do when you go on these little jaunts, but
well,
you have to do it. And Mike's sitting out in the living room area. I believe you started with a Spirit Box app, a little mini session on your own.
Mm-hmm.
Was it? I believe it was right there that I had my first kind of. I thought I heard something odd coming from the living room, and shall I say what I thought it was?
Yeah,
yeah. Why not? I jokingly said, "Mike, did you fart?"
And I did not.
And I was in the kitchen, and I was like down on my knees because I was using the one outlet that was working that was compatible for the cords we were using. And I heard this odd noise, and I asked you that, and then you popped your head into the kitchen, and you're like, basically, what?
Yeah.
And no, I didn't. And I explained to you, I was like, well, I don't know how else to describe that. It was like those weird kind of. I don't know what it was. I don't know why the word fart came into my brain, but it was something unique. And you said it wasn't you, so
no, it wasn't me. I didn't hear anything. I wasn't listening for anything at the time. I think I was wrapped up in something, but yeah, Patrick experienced a little bit of spiritual and paranormal flatulence.
Exactly. I mean, well, how about that? That definitely wasn't on my paranormal bingo card going into the Boyd house. That's for sure. But yeah,
it was on my dance card. I'll tell you that much.
When I was talking to Bridget earlier and just kind of briefly laying out a few of the unique experiences, and I mentioned that one, and then right away she said, "Well, maybe was it one of the little kids' spirits, like making little like fart sounds, like playing around?" And I was like, "Oh, I didn't even think about that."
Could have been.
Why not? It wasn't too long after that we ventured downstairs. We agreed that we were going to hunker down and set up a little station of sorts down there, because we didn't do anything down there the last time we were at the Boyd house.
No, last time it freaked me out a little bit down in the basement. I don't know why.
Yeah, it did.
But this time it was totally different. I felt totally fine down there.
Yeah, you were cozy down there.
Yeah, and the all through the middle of the night when we were trying to sleep, I even made my potty runs down to the basement bathroom instead of going upstairs,
which you refused to do last time. So
yeah, and now this time it was like in the bathroom downstairs, it's nice, it's modern, it's nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like a place where you can feel detached from anything that might come out and make some weird noise at you or something.
That's a good way of describing that. Yeah, you do feel kind of like detached. It's almost like a little sanctuary or something.
Mm-hmm.
if you need a break from the paranormal stimuli, so to speak.
It's brightly lit and decorated, and it has
and it's
a nice
warm.
array of it has a nice array of bathroom. Nice smelling toiletries.
Yes,
next to the shower, there's some soaps and
like you said, it's modern. It's pretty neat.
It's modern. Yes, it is.
So that's when we went down there and we were beginning to set everything up in the basement. I don't know if I want to say it's the most intriguing thing happened like right away off the bat, but I am going to say it. I'm going to say the most intriguing thing happened right away. Do you care to describe it, Mike?
Oh yeah, sure, I will. It was very intriguing, and we went through everything to try and make sure that it was unexplainable. I mean,
Right.
we really tried to figure this thing out,
Do
but
we want to use the word debunk? Like we were trying to debunk every possible
no, not Jason Haas
paranormal.
type of debunking, like
Yeah.
it's not now.
Well, no, right. But you have to do that though. We were, when this
Yeah, well,
happened, we tried to recreate it, and it just
yeah.
didn't happen.
And speaking of Jason Haas, when in doubt, throw it out.
When in doubt, throw it out. But we're not throwing this one out.
No, we cannot. But no, yeah, okay. So when we went down to the base, we were only down there for just a few minutes and not very long. And the trike, they had a trike sitting down there, a little kid's trike, a newer one. It wasn't vintage or anything, but it had the metal seat, and on the seat there is one of the cat balls that there's a lot of cat balls that were there before we got there with our cat balls.
Yes. And explain to any listeners who may not be aware of what cat balls are. Explain.
Okay. Well, they're like a ball. They're small and round. They're tucked nicely inside of a sack of flesh and fur. They are made to procreate cats.
Okay, not the literal cat balls from the flesh and blood, feline,
the light up ones, the
feline variety. Yeah, the light up ones.
Well, I am kind of dizzy tired.
No, I got you, man.
and I had to take. Well, I didn't take extra oxy. I just took the oxy that I had because I had to.
You had to. I mean, it was a long day of sitting in the car.
It kind of, after a while it drags you down. I get in a good mood at first, but then it's like, whew.
Yeah.
There's a bit of a crash and burn, I think, for me with that. But anyway.
No, that's understandable.
So, I have deviated past the story long enough.
Get back on track, man. Get back on track.
Anyway, so we, Patrick was by the one table I think you were setting up something.
Yes. Yep. I was
our little
it was like
that we had going.
Yeah, and it was also a temporary recording station. That's where we filmed that first Patreon video clip, and just getting out the digital, getting out the thermal, and just getting everything set up. The table I was standing at was a good 12 feet away from the other table, if not further.
Yeah.
Maybe
probably
15 feet.
Further, yeah.
Yeah, 15 feet or so.
Probably about 10 feet or so from the trike.
The trike, and you were standing on the other table in the corner, standing by the other table in the corner. Both these tables had like poker games set up because the story goes that the resident there, one of the residents there, original residents, passed away. Edgar and Jehoshaphat and all that stuff that you called them last night. Now, their names, Fred and Minnie Eckhart. Mike, for the life of him, could not remember their names.
Well, and then I did remember Minnie's name, and then Fred's name didn't come to me and stay with me until much later. But anyway, so back to the story or the event in that we're talking about. I was going to walk to the table that was in the back corner and just kind of check it out, see it was on there. I hadn't been back there yet, and so I had to walk by the tricycle to get to this table. So I walked by it, got to the table. I was, seconds, and then I turned around. I don't know if I was going to say something to you or whatever, but all of a sudden I noticed that this cat ball on the seat of the tricycle was just going off, flashing like crazy. And it was rolling from one side to the other, like the dip that's in the metal seat of the tricycle. Like somebody had just, tapped it fairly hard and got it moving. Like back and forth in that little dip. And it was crazy. And I thought, oh, did I hit it with my cane? And it's like, I would have felt that.
At first you turned around and you said, you either said, did you see that or did you hit that? And I had no idea what you were talking about. Then I turned around and I see this thing. I mean, it's moving. It's rolling back and forth on the seat in the little divot. Yeah. And it was like...
We didn't get that on video, did we?
No, we did not. Nothing was up and running at that point.
That's right. That was
So we
that's how.
immediately start, we're like, oh crap. I pulled out my cell phone and I filmed it for a while. And of course, nothing happened.
Yeah. But we
but
did try to
continue.
do everything we could.
Yes.
There is a vent, a fairly strong vent that's, just off to the back a little bit from where the tricycle was sitting. And the furnace was on the whole time. And I reached up there to see how much airflow was coming out. We didn't feel it, but I put my hand up there and it wasn't bad. And you couldn't feel it down to where the trike was.
Yeah.
So, and that was on all the time anyway. So if
Right. The whole
would have
that was
happened-
on when we first went down there.
right. And you stomped on the floor next to
I kicked the tire. I moved the
you
tricycle.
kicked the tire, and it didn't. And I thought, well, did I accidentally hit it with my cane? And I thought, well, I'm going to try it. I really hit it with the cane pretty good.
Yes.
And it did not go off. But when you went to the ball and pushed it, it immediately came on.
It lit up.
I mean, it's totally great functioning cat ball. So to me, is it evidence? No, but it's a great start to the night. I mean, it was awesome.
It was awesome. It was really cool. I mean, just the fact that was a lot of movement with that little cat ball on that seat.
Something would have had to tap it pretty good. Give it a good enough. To make it move like that. I mean, it was rolling back.
It was rolling back and forth. So that's like, what the hell, man? So that was really cool.
So if you think of it, and if you think of it in your mind right now and how it was when we were there, I would have to say that whatever made that happen, it wasn't you and I.
No.
Obviously, but it was something that was there. And
that we didn't see.
We didn't see it. But you had the great thought of what it could have been. You had a theory about it that you should explain, which I thought was a great.
Yeah. When after that, after we were trying to recreate that, and we sat down and we were, resuming our, our investigation, for lack of a better term. We're both sitting at the table, and it just popped in my brain. I said, Mike, I got this really strong vibe that this was literally the first place that we went right when we got down there. And I think there was already someone down there, a little kid was down there, was so excited that there was someone down there to play with at that time. And they went and I got this vibe where they were like, look at me on my new bike. And they went and sat on the bike, just wanting to show off, and as kids do in the sweet little innocent way that they are.
And having fun.
And having fun. They wanted to play. And so I got the vibe that, I think some little kid was down there and they hopped on that tricycle, and that's what made that cat ball move.
Yeah. I did. I think when we were recording on the laptop, I think I had given an explanation of what may have happened, but it was my sick, stupid humor. Well, it wasn't sick, but it was kind of idiotic.
Yeah,
but
it doesn't need to be repeated.
No, hey, people can listen to it and judge for themselves.
Yeah, go watch it on Patreon. Yeah. It's more than worth it. And then also, after that, when we were still in the midst of that portion of the evening, Mike was at one point had this camera, his cell phone, filming the trike again, and then a couple of times you picked up some pretty intriguing, and I know people get tired of this word, some pretty intriguing orbs. Yes, we're down in the basement. A couple of them you can easily say, that's dust. It's obviously dust. I mean, we're not professionals, but we have been doing this since 2008. We know what the hell dust is. But there was one in particular that was really, really unique in both of our minds. Do you remember exactly what that one did, Mike, that made us kind of go,
oh yeah.
Interesting.
Okay, so my camera, I had it set up on a little mini phone tripod, and looking out towards the trike, and you could see, like, well, first it's from left to right. I saw this, it looked like an orb, but we pretty much figured, well, that could very well be dust. I mean, it might not be dust, but we just had to throw that one out because it was too iffy. But
Right.
we'd seen a couple of things kind of like that, and then all of a sudden we see this one that starts out from the laptop. Would you say that it could have been coming from the direction of the trike, basically,
It's
or a little
definitely
bit more to the right, or
from what I remember, it looked like it was coming. It was straight in front of us,
yeah,
and it was coming from the general direction of the other card table. I mean, it was a good distance away,
right, yeah.
and it obviously shot towards us, coming super close,
straight to us. Yeah.
and it just shot straight down. It kind of like manifested it out of the middle of nowhere, for lack of a better term.
Mm-hmm.
Shot straight down, and then shot straight up, right past your
Right in front of the
viewfinder,
screen. You're right
in front of it. And it was a really thick. I mean, it wasn't translucent, really.
Right.
I mean, it was it was a nice color,
Yeah.
a nice solid color.
Yeah.
Where
it wasn't
the other
really bright though. But
no, it wasn't. But like compared to the other ones that we saw, you can definitely. I mean, they're hazy. You could see through them. It's dust, you know. And,
exactly. Yeah.
But that was really, really intriguing because it just shot down and then shot right up. And
yeah, had some
I don't know.
almost like intelligent movement to it. If we want to go that far with it.
Hey, yeah, why not? Why not? And again,
exactly.
I mean, Mike, you have that video clip. Please get that to me, and I can post that on the Patreon page as well, so people can look at it and judge for themselves and offer their opinions. But I mean, it's intriguing when you get like that cat ball action, and then a pretty unique potential orb.
Mm-hmm. In a fairly short amount of time.
In a fairly short amount of time, for sure. So I'm really intrigued to listen back to the digital recorders when we were down there too, to see if there's anything else that we may have potentially been, you know, that could have been lurking.
Yeah, lurking.
Peeking
around from the furnace room door.
Hey, yeah, why not?
Black shadow with red eyes.
See, red eyes, no thanks. I don't know if I just looking at that hole in the wall and thinking that there's probably squirrels living inside the wall in the basement. That was enough to kind of give me the heebie-jeebies a little bit. But
yeah, that was crazy. It was kind of like 2.5 feet, 3 feet up from the floor.
Yeah,
on the wall board, and there's a I don't know, a hole that was maybe 3 inches tall and maybe 6 inches wide.
It was like the size of an outlet cover.
Yeah, about that. But it was and it was so irregular, kind of oblong.
Medulla oblongata.
Yes. I was. My mind was getting oblong and obligated at the same time. And boy, they don't fit together.
They don't fit.
Oblongated. But anyway, and there was like foliage hanging out of it,
like roots,
dirty, rooty foliage, like very thin, small, long, tenderly roots.
Yes.
And I kind of pushed them back up in there a little bit, and at first though I put my fingers in and screamed like something grabbed me.
Yes, yeah.
Of course, there's always
of course
that
you do.
fun you have to have.
Yeah.
But there was nothing in there. But it almost seemed like something may have been in the walls and it chewed through, or
maybe didn't we think that there was little tiny teeth marks all over?
It kind of looked like chew marks, yeah.
Marks, yeah.
Yeah, who knows? Red squirrels are notorious for that stuff, but whatever it seemed to be nesting in there.
Right.
And but that was kind of, nothing came out of that, of course, but it was interesting. It was
just kind of a humorous little side.
I mean, we even went into the other room to see if there's anything on the other side of the
wall. Yeah.
But that was all, fine. But so whatever, something between the walls.
Yeah. It was then that we decided to get started with that little video clip, and we were going to kind of give a brief roundup of what we have already done, and then we took a little mini tour. We took a laptop and the webcam along, and lights out. Finally went back in another little offshoot room down there that we didn't go into last time.
It's kind of like a maze down there in
a little bit, yeah. It gets a little. Well, you described the one room as kind of having the funhouse effect in it because
and I had the laser grid going in there too, and
going
in
and
this dark
added.
room, and then that on there, my head just I got like wobbly, woozy kind of.
There's a couple times that happened to me too, and
and
I mentioned that on all the recorders. Like the second video clip when we finally went into the bedroom, and I'm filming with the webcam, and I say it right away. I said, I don't know if this is the floor, Mike, but I just got really dizzy, a rush of dizziness. And I had been in that bedroom several times already, and I never felt dizzy when I went in there.
Right.
Until that very last time. So I don't know what that's all about. But anyways, when we finally went back to that other basement room, it's kind of I don't know how to describe it. It's like it's longer than it is wide, that's for sure. It's a unique shaped room. No idea what it would technically be called. We were throwing out all sorts of names for it last night, and I'm sure none of them are right.
Oh, I did call it, or was it some place else I was joking about? I remember
you joking. What?
Oh, about no, it was something different. But you could have used this for that room too. I called it something. It's a crib room.
The crib. Oh, okay. Well, you're referring to earlier on in the day when
it was. Yeah,
I didn't understand your adult reference to that. But yeah, it might have been a gaming room now. Maybe that's another place where Fred hung out with his poker buddies. Maybe. Yeah. Do not know.
It could have been their S&M room, as far as we know. We have no idea.
No idea.
Back in about 1916, there was a whipping rack in there, and a line of whips and leather tethers hanging on the wall.
Mounted heads on the wall. Yeah, I mean, who knows?
I don't think the Eckarts would have.
No, I don't think so.
Indulged in such things.
So when we were in there too, and when we were given the brief tour, another intriguing thing happened, and this one was thankfully caught on camera. There was another cat ball, Mike, or two that were set up on little like end tables in there. And on video, you are clearly not even close to touching this one.
Oh, that's right. I remember now. Yeah.
And I don't recall the subject of our conversation at that moment, but that thing just lit up out of nowhere again. And again, the moment it stopped, we tried to get it going again we tried to reenact it, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know the weight of evidence. I'm doing that air quotes again with these devices. Of course, you can't say, well, that's proof. That's definitive proof. No, you can't do it, but it's really intriguing because you didn't come close to touching it and it went off again. And it wasn't on the floor. It wasn't.
Right.
It wasn't caused by our weight,
Right. And like you said, it was, I was not near it. And that's on video showing that it went off when there was nothing near it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And that happened to you later on. We'll get to that before we wrap this up too.
Yeah.
That happened to Mike. Had some really darn near intense interaction with these dang cat balls when he was downstairs by himself and in the living room by himself, and I was upstairs. And
I had so much intense interaction with these cat balls, I got cat scratch fever.
Oh gosh. Okay. Yeah.
Caught it from the cat next door.
Okay, Ted Nugent. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for your contribution to the PARAnomaly Zone podcast.
Yeah.
So then we eventually made our way back upstairs. I'm racking my brain I believe we then decided to go directly upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
And Mike, you took a seat in the red room up there.
Yeah, the reading room. Yeah,
the reading room.
Walls.
And I can't. for whatever reason, that room, the K2 started going nuts on us.
And I got to interject here that
Yes,
all of the any investigation that we've done over the years, we've never had anything come up on a K2.
never. I know.
Ever.
It's like
And
been
this trip was
dead piece of equipment that always has been.
Yeah. And then now this, oh man, it was absolutely crazy.
And again, it seems like we're just shamelessly plugging the Patreon video post because we do talk about that on there. But we'll mention it right now as well. It wasn't just like a tiny little flicker.
Yeah.
No.
It
It wasn't like barely registering. This thing was, for lack of a better term, like burying the needle half the time, And it's like, what the hell is going on here? And it was consistent. It went, I don't think it really stopped the whole time we were in that room. I mean, of course it stopped every now and then, but it was pretty consistent.
Right. And I think at one time, I'm trying to remember off the top of my head, but I think I remember one time if I asked if it was Fred or Minnie there and it didn't go off, but then I asked if one of the children are here and it did go off.
That's right. That's right. I believe that's correct. Oh, no, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah. Mishka went on the road trip with Mike and Mary, and she's probably happy to be home so she can protect you guys again.
Yeah,
From her lookout perch on the couch.
Together. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah, but again, the intensity of that K2 in that room was really, really intriguing. We did the EVP sessions, of course. Every place we went, we always made sure to have the EVP session. At the very minimum, we have to have those recorders going because you just never know. The night continued. We then went back downstairs. Decided to then okay, well, let's do our separation now. So I went back upstairs, and again, our minds are a little fuzzy right now. We're a little groggy, kind of going off, as Mike said, the top of our head. But when we did separate, I went up first into the same room that we just came from, like the red room, the reading room, whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah.
And you went downstairs in the living room, right? You're in the living room.
The Reading Rainbow.
Not the Reading Rainbow, but and you went down to the living room and you set up cat balls, like strategically, like in kind of an arc shape around you.
Right in front of the chair that I was sitting in. They were like a good, 6 feet away from me, at least. But I had them equally separated apart, the four of them, and go ahead from there.
Oh no, I
didn't mean to just
I had
jump
nothing
in
to say. No, thank you for. I appreciated you jumping in actually because I had to mute my microphone, so I was like, oh, thank you. He noticed me muting my microphone, so he's taking over. Oh,
I did not.
Oh,
but yeah, okay.
Fine.
So to carry on,
my wayward son, yes.
Yeah. I was just watching these, balls, and I had the digital going and everything, and which I cannot wait to go through that as well to see if anything came up with that matching
100%.
it. But it was quiet for a bit, and then all of a sudden, the second one in from the right lit up, and I hadn't moved. I was the only one there. And I think I'd radioed you and told you that it lit up, and it went through its however many seconds it lights up, and then it quits.
Yes,
that's how they're set up.
And before that, I'm going to interject real quick too, because when this is like I said, when I was upstairs in the reading room. I mean, this is all lights out, by the way. We're in darkness. Add the little atmosphere to it, right?
Yeah. Well, I kind of cheated a little bit.
Oh, you had lights on down there?
Well,
a little bit. Okay. Well, that's fine. That's okay.
Anyway.
And when I was up there, and then you were, on the wacky tacky to me and let me know what was going on. But before you had told me that that the light was just going nuts on you, you radioed me and you said, are you moving around up there?
Yes. Yeah. I heard very specific thumps, like would have been above the kitchen.
That's intriguing. So it sounded like it came directly above you behind you and above, because you were
Right.
outside of the kitchen. So it
Right.
sounded
And
like it was
could have
coming
been
from above you.
it could have been in the kitchen, but it would have been up. It sounded like it was higher up. You
Yeah.
know, like possibly, the floor above the kitchen, which would have been
Oh, interesting.
Fred and Minnie's bedroom.
Oh,
I
that's
believe.
intriguing. Because you asked me if I had been moving, and I was like,
Yeah.
no, I hadn't. I had sat down in the chair and I did not move.
Mhm.
I had barely adjusted myself, and I was like, oh, Mike, well, I'll. Yes, that sounded wonderful. I said, well, I'll like kind of hit my elbows on the armrests a little bit, because that's the most I moved at all, and you're like, no, I don't hear a damn thing. So that's intriguing. I like that.
Yeah.
So, and this
If
was before the lights started going nuts.
right, and I kind of thought it sounded like, well, I more than kind of thought it did sound to me like a heavy foot being put down on the floor,
Okay.
like a heavy step, but it was just that one. So it could have been like something, the sound of something falling on the floor, possibly, but there was nothing up there that was out of place when we were up there, or before,
No.
or after.
It looked like the bed cover was disheveled a bit. Whoever was there before us didn't do a good job of making the bed for sure. But hey, whatever. But other than that, everything looked fine in the room. I didn't notice anything out of place. I even looked under the bed at one point,
You
fully
did,
expecting to see like a
which freaked
a
me
face
out, because
jump out.
I was standing at the doorway of that bedroom, and you were on the other side of the bed at the end, but I could see your feet on the floor when you're on your knees looking under the bed. And to me, right away, I thought of Lizzie Borden's stepmother.
Yes. Oh gosh.
Crouched
Yeah.
over next to her bed, hacked to death. And I thought, well, that's really cool.
Oh man, no, it was just me. I just had the urge to look under the bed for some reason.
Was there anything under there besides?
No, it was totally, there was nothing, and thankfully, because
dust
for like
monsters or anything.
for that nanosecond when I was getting down on my knees looking under the bed, I was half expecting to see like a face or something, and just like
right away before you finished getting down all the way. I should have got down there and looked under the bed from that side.
Oh man, I would have thrown something at you if you had done that.
I wish I would have thought of that, but that's okay. But it was fun.
So yeah.
Oh yeah.
Walk us through your cat ball interaction then that took place after that.
So it was so bizarre, because I watched it turn on by itself, which I thought, okay, this is great. When it first started, lighting up, and like I was saying, it went through its whatever few seconds of running time, and then it shuts itself off until it's touched again.
Mm-hmm.
So as soon as this cat ball stopped, it went through its cycle and stopped, all of a sudden it starts again. Mm-hmm. Lights up like crazy, bright as can be. And so I was watching it do that, went through its cycle, it stopped. And when it stopped, it started again right away.
Mm-hmm.
I quit. What did I tell you? I think I quit counting the times that this happened, like at 12 or 13.
That's exactly what you said last night. It was around 12 or 13, because you started radioing me, and you were like, kind of giving me a play-by-play in real time.
Yeah.
Because you're like, okay, this is like the 6th time it happened, and like not even 10 seconds later, okay, it's the 7th time now. Yeah, that was pretty cool. But then you specifically asked what?
And it kept doing it, and I said, okay, now if there's a spirit that is making this happen, stop. Don't make it light up anymore. And the damn thing stopped. It did not light up again.
Isn't that kind of cool? That's kind of cool.
Until one of them did light up again after we were settled in and we were going to try to go to sleep, just as we were starting to do that, and got all comfortable.
Right.
And the damn thing went off again.
It went off again.
And then that was the only time. And I was like, well, afterwards I thought, well, maybe it was saying goodnight to us or something. I don't know.
and it's kind of funny too because that's right. That was right when I was so flippin' tired. We didn't call it a night till almost 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And we were laying there, and you put on some god awful 1970s cult horror movie.
1979 Phantasm. Can you imagine watching Phantasm? People that know what Phantasm is.
Oh man, and I'm saying god awful in a good way because
it's a cult classic.
Yeah,
but it's poor. It's cheaply, bad acting
for sure.
But a fun movie. I mean,
a fun cult horror movie for sure.
Right.
But yeah, we're just trying to get settled in, and then the cat ball goes off one last time. I'm like, hey, there it goes again, and we both just go, yep. And we don't even really think anything of it. We're just like, okay, we're done.
Yeah.
But it did, like you said, that was the last time that it made its quote unquote presence known. It was just kind of, and we want to know from people who are smarter than us, because we asked ourselves several times, is this like just a defective device? Is it on its deathbed, so to speak? And is this kind of in its death throes, and therefore it's just going on and on and on and on and on? And we don't think that's what the case was.
No, we checked it out, and
we did.
Yeah.
And the only time that those things ever lit up was when either you or I touched it.
Mm-hmm.
And then it would light up.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's really intriguing. Again, evidence, no, but kind of cool. Kind of cool stuff.
I thought it was awesome. I loved it.
At one point, and oh my gosh, 50 minutes already. Towards the end of the night, I had my second "what the hell was that" audio moment, or I thought I heard an audio anomaly, and I hope to God it's picked up on your digital.
Yeah, I got to listen to the headphones really close.
We tried to play it back last night, and neither you or me could hear it. But we were doing another, EVP session, and you were sitting in the living room in the chair, and I was standing right next to you outside of the kitchen.
Yeah.
And you hear me on the recorder. I just stop you, and I was like, "Hey, right there. What was that?" And what? And I was like, that was like the cat noise, right behind me. And what's intriguing is because there are reports of a ghost cat.
Yeah.
In the Boyd house,
which I thought was cool because we have our own ghost cat here. Which is interesting.
Which
fun.
That's interesting. And to me, it was clear as it was clear as day, even though it was early in the morning. I mean, could have been literally a cat outside of the house.
Well, we thought of that. We talked about that.
Yes.
There's no way that we would have heard it. I mean,
the way that I heard it too, it seemed like it was just right there behind me in the kitchen.
Yeah, we wouldn't have heard it through the closed windows, closed doors, and through the walls.
Yeah.
I don't think we would have anyway, but yeah.
But, again, chalk it up to who knows.
Yeah.
But when you put all the who knows together,
it
makes kind of an intriguing little bundle.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
God, are we leaving anything out right now, Mike, that as far as personal experiences, we never had any, I'm weirded out or creeped out moments. Again, there's a couple times where I did get a brief feeling like I was dizzy downstairs in that one, as you called it, the room that had kind of the funhouse effect. And then I had that upstairs in the bedroom. Very brief.
You had in the doll room, you were bending over, checking out one of the dolls, and I came up behind you. No, I didn't.
Good Lord, you realize what more? There's been a few quotes from you in the last few minutes where you said I was downstairs looking at the balls, and now you just said that I was bending over and you came up behind me. It's like, my gosh, what is this? Is this an adult film we're describing?
Hey, I'm tired.
I am too.
I'm goofy,
Did you have a sincere?
Tired.
Did you have a sincere point that you're going to?
I did.
Okay.
Because I remember you saying that I felt like I just got touched here on my arm or my shoulder.
Oh, that's right. I totally forgot about that. That's right. Which room was that?
That was in the doll room. The doll room.
That was in. Okay. Yeah. I did. I felt like it. That is right. Thank you for reminding me. I felt like I got like a tug. Like a little.
Yeah. you were at the shelf with all the dolls that was on the same wall that the closet door is on.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes. And I started tugging on my shirt, my vest, the shirt I had underneath it. I was trying to, kind of duplicate what I felt like, what it felt like, and I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to describe it other than it felt like something kind of gave me a little tug. That's
Yeah.
right.
Well,
How did I forget about that?
yeah. Well,
That's
remember
cool.
when it wasn't long after we got there. At first, I did say, "Now Patrick's been waiting for his slap in the face."
Yes, you
So,
did.
so
Yes, you
maybe
did.
that was just their more gentle way.
Well, and when you think about it too, it was. I don't remember if I was standing straight up or I was kind of hunched over at that point.
You were hunched over a bit, yeah.
So I'm okay. As longtime listeners know, I'm not exactly Andre the Giant. So, and I'm hunched over, so I'm even
You're not
shorter
even Andre
than.
the little person.
No, I know. And so I'm hunched over, and we're in a children's doll room. Mike, that's like almost perfect height for a little kid to just kind of reach up and tug
Exactly. That's
on
what's
my
been in my
arm.
mind about it. Yeah.
Like, hello, I'm down here.
Yeah. Should we go
Oh,
back down to the trike in the basement?
yeah,
Wouldn't that be
man.
something if that picked up on the digital?
That would be flipping amazing.
As you're getting tugged on.
As I'm getting.
I had no pre-thought of
I
what
know.
I said there.
But I'm saying I could make a very like adult-oriented soundbar just from the clips from this episode itself,
I know.
And
well, at least I know one of them was unintentional.
I know it was.
You were tugged on, literally.
And then to wrap it up, we did an EVP session, which I mentioned earlier. I think there might be a potential EVP caught on there in response, a direct response to one of my questions. Mike, I'm going to send it to you. Make sure to create that AI image as quickly as you can, so we can get this episode out, and then I will get that EVP to you, potential EVP to you, as quickly as I can. And then we wrapped up the show. We wrapped up the night with that second video clip, and we walked through the upstairs.
Yeah,
and we were exhausted at that point.
Yeah, we were. And the walkthrough upstairs with when you're carrying the laptop. That was really new to us to do this, with the laptop,
for sure,
which we have to do. It was a great idea, and it worked out really well. But upstairs, you were holding the laptop or the external camera and kind of looking around with that as you're holding it. And the lighting, I don't know how well you could see me or not. Was it too bright or anything, or did it come across okay?
I in fact watched the majority of that whole clip earlier today, and I think for the most part, I think it looks pretty cool. It looks pretty. I don't want to say creepy, but it gives you a really kind of bird's eye view of what we're seeing, what it was like for us up there. I mean, we're in the dark, and Mike had his flashlight, and I was trying to follow you as best I could. I mean, I lost you a couple times.
Yeah.
I'm like, I said, "Where are you, Mike?" Boom, there you are with the flashlight shining on your face and saying, "Hello."
Yeah, I was just wondering about that because I wasn't sure how that turned out, but if it's good, it's great.
I think it was pretty cool. And it was a really good practice walkthrough for like when we finally do like a live stream for another one of these events, so I think it was a good practice run.
Right. Well, go ahead.
No, you take it, Shim Sham man.
Fatty 2x4. When we do that, we call each other a specific name throughout the show one time.
Yeah.
That's because that's what we have labeled ourselves on our screen.
Yes, exactly.
We do that with every episode. We change up our name to whatever oddness comes out.
But
anyways. Now you made me forget what I was saying.
That's okay. That happens quite a bit.
But
we were talking about the walkthrough, and I mentioned the live stream, and then you were going to say something.
Well, the live stream, if we do a live stream at an adventure like we had last night, we get to the Velisca house, we've got to do a live stream. And let's bring that up now so people can start being aware that if we make it,
Well, the thing is, there's no electricity in that house, and
that's right.
if there's internet, we would have to set up some sort of like hotspot.
Yeah. Well, that's
And
going to be a little bit of a
that will be a
challenge.
I mean, we have a while to think about how to make that work, but
we can get 500 feet of extension cord and go into the building in the back and plug it in.
There you go, right there. You got it.
There you go. But then that still won't help the live stream.
No, it won't. Absolutely not.
I just made myself look like a real idiot. No, anyway.
Well, Mike, I think that's in a nutshell kind of wraps up our evening
that's
last
me
night.
in a nutshell.
No, this is me in a bloody nutshell. It was another great night. Aside from our lack of sleep, I think it was very positive. We both commented several times how we felt very welcome there. We never had any like eerie, creeped out feelings.
Not really.
Like negative feelings, I mean,
Right. Yeah, it was pretty good.
And you and I had a lot of like visions in our minds of like what family life might have been for them at one point. Like when we left this morning, we were talking about when I was coming back downstairs after double checking everything upstairs, I just had this vision of the little kids running down the steps, like right next to me, running into the living room to the big Christmas tree, on Christmas morning or something. Just a weird little, I don't know.
Yeah, the Christmas
visual
tree,
I had in my brain.
You could really visualize a Christmas tree being in that big bay window area where the coffins were
for
their funerals. Yeah. And then I said, yeah, they come down, running down the stairs, coming for their porridge in the morning.
Their porridge.
Yeah, but yeah.
Well, and I don't know what exactly is behind you and to your right, Mike. I just saw something. It'll be to the left of your creepy looking monkey, and up. Above that. Yeah, right. Nope, lower. Right there. Something just like shot across that when.
Oh, really?
I don't know. Yeah. Is that a reflective?
I think the monkey device fit into my plant over here.
Really?
Yeah. See, I've got a spider plant in my office here.
Oh, heck yeah! Look at that thing.
My little corner. Anyway.
So I'm just saying, just keep an eye out. I thought I saw something there, kind of shoot past you behind your right shoulder. So
it's either a spirit, a load of dust, or a Asian ladybug.
It could have been an Asian lady beetle.
They were plenty of those at the place.
And I did not waste my time. I did not waste my time sweeping them all up as I did the first time.
Yeah.
I was like, screw it.
But there wasn't really much on the floor for the ladybugs. But then you looked in the bathtub, and it's like there was
in the bathtub, tons of them. Yeah, and
dried up and dead. But one time, while we were up there, I did use the bathroom up there. I opened up the toilet, and there's 2 freaking ladybugs swimming in the toilet.
Swimming, of course.
Oh, yeah, their little legs were just going like crazy. Yep. I wasn't going to pull them out and save them.
No, those things bite you. It's like, heck no. And I did learn that Mike pointed it out in the bathroom cabinet upstairs. He said, "Do you know what this is?" And he pointed this little, I don't know, a little slot in the back wall and
of the cabinet.
Of the cabinet. It's like literally an old razor disposal.
Yeah.
That just kind of you just throw used razors from your, you shave your face or shave whatever, and you pull out the razor and boom. It's like a dumb waiter razor disposal.
Yeah. Well, it's just a slit in there that's opened up enough and wide enough to just fit one of those disposable razors in there. And, there could be hundreds, if not thousands of these, rusty blades down there now.
Still in there. And you said kind of morbidly, it's like maybe like Fred and or Minnie's blood,
some of their
still,
DNA is on there. Like,
yeah. I was
blood and whiskers.
Blood. That's a 1980s metal album title if I ever heard one.
Blood and whiskers and a little bit of urine.
That's Spinal Tap's follow-up to Smell the Glove. Blood and whiskers. All right, Mike, thank you, buddy, for making this work. I believe we gave it, as I said, we wrapped it up in a little paranormal nutshell. thank you for reminding me about that little tug.
Yeah, I didn't think of it until you said, "Is there anything we're missing?" And then that just popped
Yeah.
into my head. So something we need to think about.
Yeah, if we recall anything else, we'll obviously talk about it in a future
Yeah.
episode. Mike, yes, send me an image for the episode. I will send you that clip of the potential EVP. And thank you again, my friend. It was great seeing you yesterday, as always. And here's to future adventures.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. We shall carry on.
My wayward son. Mike,
Yes.
until next time, my friend, what do our paranormal pals need to do?
Peace right the hell out.